So just run it.
Run that ish.
Jan Wayne Swayze presents the FREE99 podcast. Be sure to follow SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Twitch, Instagram. Search FRE99 podcast. All the sponsors.
All of y'all.
Shout out to all the listeners.
Y'all hear us.
Jan in the building.
What up?
Rommel in the building.
Grand opening, grand closing. God, your man, ho. Crack the can open again.
I am the good homie Gus Customer Service. This is a special episode of the FREE99 podcast. Rommel, please introduce this slim gentleman in the middle of us. It's a bread heavy sandwich right now on the FREE99 podcast.
We are carb heavy. Where are the other guys at?
Carb up.
The number 13 is known to be an unlucky number here in America. So unlucky that buildings skip the 13th floor. Some believe this is rooted from the Last Supper, being that Judas, who betrayed Jesus, was his 13th disciple. But let's look past that. 13 is actually lucky in different cultures. For example, in China, 13 is associated with assured or guaranteed growth.
This is a long intro.
Well, today, this man is a group of men who not only have luck on their side, but hard work and dedication. Not only that, but they are also creating their own culture. So beat that, China. Here with us, we got Mondo from 13 Gallons.
Shout out to Mondo from 13 Gallons on the FREE99 podcast. Mondo.
What up?
Some of the cleanest embroidery I've seen, and just to witness the work. You
Thanks, man.
like literally been doing embroidery yourself 10 years? No, how long now?
7 years or so.
7
pushing on
years.
it.
We round up.
Yeah.
We do round up.
We don't do decimal points in this bitch.
Yeah.
7 years. What got you started in that? Why did you want to go off top?
So, off top is a term that I use a lot, in my day-to-day life, and I love to say it. And to me, it means kind of like rest assured or definitely, like
That's a SoCal term.
Is it?
Is it?
Wow, I didn't know that.
Is it right?
I think it's a Compton term.
Automatic. Is it automatic off top or is it just off top?
Off top.
Off top.
Off top.
Off
Yep,
top. Off
yep.
top.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
Yeah.
was there like a certain career pivot, or did you go to school for this? Like, were you holding a hat when you were 7 years old, and you're like, this is gonna be me in the future? Like, where did that kind of turning point happen?
So I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I've always hustled. Like since I was a kid, like I would sell candy. Like that was the
you were that
candy.
dude.
Yeah.
Mango Vera, will you sell
Oh,
those?
she already know. Yeah, those were my best sellers. Yeah.
Chicle boys, man.
I would have to dilute it in water because it wasn't always hidden. I couldn't do it every time.
What were the margins on that for each candy bar that you sold?
It was so I would sell like the popsicles for like 25 cents at the time, because that's what you could sell it for, like in the early 90s, right?
Yeah.
Like quarter.
So how much were you making off of each popsicle or lollipop?
Early 90s.
So like I can't like tell you the exact number, but I would definitely double up.
Yeah, you would.
Definitely. Yeah.
Just pivoting to embroidery, what was the first item you remember embroidering, and what design was it?
Yeah. So it was actually a airplane, and I embroidered it on a T-shirt.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I digitized it myself, and I didn't know what I was doing. Right.
So you actually made the design yourself?
So it was something that I got from like Google, and then I tried to digitize it, and then I stitched it onto a shirt.
And did you have like some like a shitty computer at the time or something?
It was a decent computer. I just had shitty design skills at the time. So as you can imagine, I fucked it up. Like it was pretty bad, but like it was cool seeing it though, like in person.
And are you self-taught?
I am self-taught.
That's fucking
YouTube University?
YouTube University and just a bunch of fucking hats up.
What is, if you say to date, the most impressive piece that you created?
I think it's the bend down piece. Ooh. Yeah. I think that's one of my
The Ben Davis themed one, right?
Yeah.
That one's sick.
Yeah.
That was that shirt right there. Oh,
Here
we
Can
go.
we see it?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Don Kim.
This is a fucking kid. Shout out to Don. Shout out to Nate. Shout out to the whole 13 Gallons.
Look at this shit,
Familia.
yo.
This is clean.
You cannot do that out there.
Turn it around real quick. Like just a detail that is zipper down
Can you help me?
all the way down.
JD,
There
that's
we go.
funny. I got short arms.
Super clean.
That's fucking sick, dude.
How many? What's the count on that thread? What's that thread count on that on the back of that?
Right there, like their bed sheets and shit.
Yes and no.
Is that Egyptian loin?
I think that's like 170, 160,000 stitches.
Damn.
Yeah, so
Damn,
it
that
would have
was-
been more, but I used fabric as the background, as opposed to just stitching it.
So, I mean, not only are you gaining all of these skills, but you're also kind of finding an economic way to make these things, right? Like
Economic,
you did,
yeah.
because you also did like a reverse stitching that looked like 3D, right? Or what was that one project that we spoke about one time?
I think the foam, the run stitch foam
Yes.
trucker.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
Where it looks like it's 3D, but it's just it's the way that it's stitched, right?
it's
Yeah.
like quilted. That's
Yes.
like the way it quilts the hat.
And I think that's the thing, right? That's kind of like the theme of what y'all are about, of what you're about, right? Mm-hmm. Kind of like coming up as a brand, but
Yeah.
also like getting the biggest out of your margin,
Yeah, definitely.
like a true entrepreneur, my friend.
Grew
know,
up in Compton though, right?
I was born and raised there till about 9, and then I moved.
So
up
you're
north.
born in Compton, raised in.
There and Woodland, California.
Oh, yeah, Woodland. Shout out to Woodland.
Yeah.
What year did you
530.
move to the Bay Area?
I moved here when I was 26 years old. I'm 35, so.
What brought you out here?
I just wanted something different.
Yeah.
Wanted to
So,
live in a big city.
In,
Things like
in
that.
living in two different regions to where Latino food is definitely different by the region you're at.
True.
Do you put beans and rice in your burritos?
Of course.
So
Yes,
now you
mandatory.
do though. Is it now you do?
Well, I think it's a staple in my lifetime. I always kind of had that,
Was it
made up
weird for you when you first time you had it? Because that's the reference, like the difference I see from people who stay in like SoCal and they come up to NorCal and then like the
they
mission,
don't
the
do it out
mission
there.
style burritos. No, they don't put rice and beans in the burritos.
What do they put in there?
They don't.
Lettuce?
It's a side. It's a side, right?
I think
Sounds
so.
fucking weird,
But
yeah.
I think I never really experienced the difference because, I came up here when I was 9, right? So by the time I was buying burritos and stuff, I was already used to the beans and rice.
What about like Woodland? Does Woodland have any differences in burritos, or do they even have burritos
Man, to be real.
besides Costco? And chicken wings don't count. So
They do have some fire Mexican joints out there.
Do they? In
do.
Woodland?
Yeah, in Woodland. I forget the name, but there was this one restaurant on Main Street, and they retrofitted this old bank.
I
And
like
turned
when
it
they
into
do
a
that,
Mexican
'cause
restaurant.
Architecture's always dope. Yeah, I
like
like that.
making pupusas in the safe and shit. That's sick.
Keeping the recipe secret.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta keep it on top.
Yeah.
So, did you have any like influences while you were growing up?
Art-wise.
Art-wise, yeah. Not Mexican food-wise, but art-wise, yeah.
Art-wise, I would just say like my homies, like my creative homies. Shout out to my homie John Giannini. He's a big influence on me creatively. My brother Brian Lacalle, he's also
Dope.
a big influence to me.
What are they up to now?
Brian's still an artist. Yeah, he's doing pieces still. He has a pen collection right now that he's developing.
Dope.
John's doing a sign painting. He's learning the skill. He's a barber too, and he's a photographer.
Wow.
Yeah.
All steady hands. That's a job. All jobs right there need the steadiest of hands.
Yeah.
That's sick, man. And getting that influence kind of like homegrown, right? And then now coming to where you're at, surrounded or partnering up with Don and Nate, right? Mm-hmm. And you're getting.
When did that happen?
Yeah.
So that happened like less than a year ago, actually. I think.
Less than a year ago.
Yeah. I think it was last year in like November, December time.
Who met who?
Yeah. How did y'all meet?
Yeah. That's a good question.
So Don met me through to a mutual homie, and he came to the shop, and he did some design work for me, and also I did some work for the chairman as well. So it was when I was on Mission
Shout out to
Street.
Clam Chowder.
Yeah. So then you guys just hit it off, or was he like, hey, yo, I'm trying to do this thing? And
Yeah, so like we were just, he's just a cool guy, so I just want to hang out with him. So
that is correct. Don is a cool guy.
Yeah, very much
He's here
so.
somewhere. You can hear that shit.
You did a lot of the embroidery work for Chairman Bao?
I did some of their hats. Yeah, I think that's all it was. Yeah, but yeah,
That's a lot. That's a lot of details.
It's a good amount of detail.
That's a lot of detail in that little design.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
I still have the design too. Yeah. Sherman Bell, if you're
ready for the
listening.
bootleg. We just did put it upside down. It's not Sherman Bell anymore.
So you met the guys a year ago, right? You've been doing this for 7 years. Does that include that year?
Yes.
So you're saying 6 years you were doing it solo. A year ago you linked up with Don and Nate. Now, today, we're here at your grand reopening.
Yeah.
You got a DJ setting up. What's up,
Yep.
DJ? You got fucking people lined up outside for your work with the same team that is giving you the influence today.
We don't want to keep them waiting any much longer.
How does that feel?
Man, it's surreal. Wow. I couldn't imagine it. Honestly, I'm super grateful. Very humbled for sure, and it just makes me really proud to know that the community supports us. And
You actually took a step
all of
back
us,
from Rotary, right?
I did. I took a long hiatus, maybe 2 years. Yeah, I started working at Amazon, and was reconsidering if I still wanted to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I was considering being a pilot at one point. I was like, should I just?
This
go to
is now
piloting
your
school?
full-time. Took that leap of faith, huh?
I did, yeah. I was like, okay, well, I'm good at this. I gotta accept that. So I just doubled down. I bought more equipment, and then I was like, okay, fuck it, let's scale.
Fucking run it.
Yeah.
Off top.
Scale. Yeah.
Off top.
Off
Yeah.
top.
Yeah.
If you were to give anyone who wants to dive in this industry, because one thing about this, there's enough money for everyone.
Everybody can eat.
Everyone
There
can
is,
eat if you're doing it the right way.
Yeah.
Like any kind of creator, anything that you're doing, as long as you're doing it the right way,
Yeah.
everyone can eat, right?
Totally.
What's the biggest piece of advice you could give yourself 5 years ago? Like if you were to tell yourself 2 years into the game, what can you tell yourself that from what you gained now?
I would say it's not going to be easy, but it's worth the fight. It's worth the struggle, and just keep going. Stay in the game.
You know what? You made this your full-time gig. You didn't make it to being a pilot, but right now, sir, you are flying high.
Amen.
Thanks, man.
Thank you for joining us. It's finally good to talk to you. Where's
Thank
Nate
you,
and
guys.
fucking Donette?
Hold on. Jack
sorry,
got
Jack.
questions, but we got Nate and Don back here.
Happy year. Mondo, can you do a kickflip?
Okay,
Can you do a kickflip?
I could try. I'm not the best, but. Oh, that was something.
What's up? We got water
John, get out here. Yo, like we
bad.
said,
Nate, what's up, Nate? What's up, Nate?
That was Nate's sport.
What's happening? We got Don and Nate.
What up?
Yo,
This is 13 Gallons special episode. We really want to appreciate for the time. We're wrapping it up because there's a ton of people waiting and we're late and we got to get this going.
yeah.
We got some money to make.
We cooking out here, fellas.
Rommel, what you got?
Thank you guys for having us here, and let's get fucking drunk. Let's go.
13
on.
Gallons, FREE99 podcast.
out. Thank you, guys.
Love.
Hello, live from the 13 Gallons reopening. You got Rommel from the FREE99 podcast, and I am with Saucy and
Brenda.
Brenda. That's more of a regular name. All right, so I'm going to ask you a question, and if you win, you get this nice, beautiful, freshly printed Daly City t-shirt, okay? Can you name the 3 owners of 13 Gallons?
It is Don, Nate, and Armando.
Ooh, we would have taken Mondo, but Armando is his government name. Correct, sir. Sauce, you got yourself a nice little sauce bib. And thank you for coming to the opening. You got any words for them?
Love the guys here at 13 Gallons. They're always positive, always inspiring, and they're great for the community here in Daly City.
Thank you. What else you, Brendan?
Well, this is my first time actually like hearing about 13 gallons. So this is my first event, but it's sick. I love it.
Sick.
It's sick.
You heard it here first. Sick. Thank y'all.
Thank you guys.
Oh, we got Rommel from the FREE99 podcast, and we are with.
James Aragon, owner of Overgrown Sam Tail Barbershop.
Hey, and your name?
Pamela.
Pamela. Your name, sir?
What?
Yep. What and what and what?
What's your name?
All right. So we got a little question for you. All right. Can you tell us what year and month 13 Gallons opened?
Yeah.
Give us a year.
2020?
2020 is correct, sir. You have won yourself a free Daly City shirt. Good shit, man. Yeah. And again, what was that barbershop part of?
It's Overgrown. It's a single chair studio. Yeah, man. Just me doing my thing, bolo. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing you at the senior season shirt during COVID, dog. All right, man. Yeah, thanks. Yo, you got Rommel from the FREE99 podcast here at the 13 Gallon special event reopening. And here we got, let's start with a little one. What's your name?
Jamie.
Jamie. And your name?
Jen.
Jen? You?
Jaden.
Jaden. I see a little pattern going on in you.
Gerald.
All right. Well, that's a G. That's a G. That's cool. That's cool. JG sounding. All right. So what we're doing today is we're talking to a couple people who are here at the party. Look at y'all, Daly City fresh. And we are giving away this 13 gallon embroidered hat. Speaking of embroidery, Mondo, who does the embroidery, started off with his own company. Can you tell me the name of that company?
13 gallons? Off top.
Off top is correct, sir. You, sir, have won yourself a hat. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for coming, man. And thank you for supporting Daly City all day, right?
Yeah.
Daly City all day.
Daly City all day.
Yeah, right.